You can't look at anything in a completely negative way. You can't look at anything in a positive way, because 99% of the people are crying for money. 99% are crying for relationship. Why? Because that Venus and Mercury are the only two Rajas grahas. So it's always about honey and money, as they say. Either relationship trauma or money trauma, or most of the times it's a combination of both. Don't take that rajas very lightly. Wherever you see rajas, always understand that there is a possibility of creation. Hello and namaste, and thank you so much for visiting my channel. My name is Karthik Gaur, and please do subscribe and click the bell icon to ensure that whenever we upload a webinar or a video, you are the first ones to know. Thank you so much. We need to understand a very, very important basic fact. A lot of time, we feel that, when we look at the sky, etc., we feel that, hey, what is happening in the sky? Which are the grahas? Which are the nakshatras? What is moving? Is the moving part the graha, or the moving part is the nakshatras? The answer is that, hey, nakshatras are all fixed, but it is the planet or the graha which is moving inside the nakshatras. And by now you all know that there are 27 nakshatras. Okay, there is that Abhijit 28th nakshatra also, but there is 27 nakshatras, and each nakshatra has 4 padas. And that is how the zodiac is formed. And the graha technically is moving inside the whole nakshatra scheme. In future, we are going to talk about it. We are going to understand at length, because that is a beautiful subject as well. Okay, the fixed part of it, is the tamas part of it. So hence, when we understand the Rashi Drishti and Graha Drishtis, we'll understand that the fixed signs are a lot of tamas, because nothing is moving. It is like, if a planet or a water doesn't move, then technically, it starts stinking, and it almost then becomes a gutter. It starts smelling. It is completely, it has to be covered, because there is no movement happening. Everything is sort of getting waterlogged over there. That is almost like a fixed sign, and hence that is a lot of tamas coming out of it. We always say that within our heart also, the moment everything is inside our heart, to that level, that is the amount of venom we are created. The moment we speak it out, the moment we sort of let it go, is the time that venom is not being created, and we don't have a heart issue or a heart attack. A lot of people have this emotional issue where they don't tell anything to anybody, but there is a lot of things which they keep in their heart, and that creates that tamas, and then that creates a poison, and that affects your heart. Okay, it is also a medical sort of a understanding of the whole concept. Whereas the moving rashis are full of rajas, which is fantastic for creation. Hence all the movable signs, which are the movable signs, which is Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn. They are very good for creation. And one of the prediction which I gave based on this COVID medicine was also based on this rajas theory. You can look at the YouTube and understand what I meant to say. But it is very important to understand that a lot of times people look at this rajas as a very negative thing. That, hey, necessity is a need of creation, or the mother of creation. If I don't need a vaccine, I will never create a vaccine for COVID. If I don't need a PPE kit, I will never create it. And then from there, the creation takes at a very different level. Hey, can I have a mask with my company logo, to ensure that, within that I can brand my company also. Now that is the Rahu way of thinking, right? He says that, hey, anyways, you're spending $1 to make the mask. Why don't you put a logo as well and probably give it to your clients? Probably in today's time, you can, give this as a gift to your clients. So you understand, it's all rajas. But what is happening is some rajas is good, and some of it is bad, but nonetheless the creation happens because of Rajas. Sometimes in that creation process you also find a nuclear bomb being created which can destroy the whole world. But then can we say that that is also part of the whole process of destruction, where probably God is sort of leading us towards that, and a human being is just a nimitta to actually do it? It's always a double-edged sword. You can think either ways. I leave it up to you, and probably you can share it in the comments, and probably we can debate it further. Okay, but it is nonetheless, for anybody who is into a professional life, anybody who is not a yogi, and somebody who is into a public life, corporate life, who is making his bread and butter daily from a corporate life or working in a government or whatever it is, that Rajas is very important. The very fact you are working, you need a new suit or a new cloth or a new tie. The moment you are working out, you need a shoe. Now within that, then the Rajas starts creating, hey, I need a shoe for running, hey, I need a shoe for walking, hey, I need a shoe for playing golf. And then companies like Reebok, Adidas, they sort of understand and create different sort of soles based on which you can either walk, or this is a sole for playing golf, and this is a sole for playing soccer because it has got a grip which will grip you in the mud. So it's all Rajas, but is it bad? So it's all debatable. That's what I'm saying. That you can't look at anything in a completely negative way. You can't look at anything in a positive way. Ultimately, that Rajas will also be the root cause of your problem. Because 99% of the people are crying for money. 99% are crying for relationship. Why? Because that Venus and Mercury are the only two Rajas grahas. So it's always about honey and money, as they say. Either relationship trauma or money trauma, or most of the times it's a combination of both. Okay, so very, very important. Don't take that Rajas very lightly. Wherever you see Rajas, always understand that there is a possibility of creation. And if you are an entrepreneur, if you are into business, work, etc., to that level, Rajas is important. You can't say that at the 1st or the 10th of every month you are not expecting your salary to be deposited. It's unfair. You're working for money, you are working for salary. And based on that, you have your expenses as well. Okay. Now, what we need to understand is that all the planets are working in a certain direction. Generally, it's always west to east. They are moving towards the eastern direction, except for the nodes. Nodes are always reverse, or to that level they are always retrograde. Why? Because they are born because of Ichha Shakti. In one of the videos I talked about it, probably the Q&A session, where I said that whenever a planet is retrograde, to that level it has got a lot of Ichha Shakti. Hence, whenever you see a chart, always mark the planets which are retrograde, because those are the planets which have huge karma or a huge debt or a huge Ichha coming from your past life. And those planets are going to sort of haunt you that, hey, we have an unfulfilled desire. Hey, we have an unfulfilled task. Please, let us start off with it. And depending on the Charakarakas, placement, everything else, we need to understand whether that thing is positive, negative, or what is it leading to. Imagine a spiritual death, or a guy, who is extremely spiritual, he is going to die, and his desire was to actually build many temples or many church. So he's going to be reborn, and depending on that 9th house, he is going to have yogas related to 9th house and that retrogression, as a result of which that person is born, and he is going to ensure that he is going to build many temples and churches or spiritual institutions, whatever it is. So what I mean to say is, retrograde planet doesn't need necessarily a very negative thing. A lot of times I've seen these hashtags, Mercury retrograde, and they put in everything on that. That is all typical Western astrology or fun astrology, so to say. But a retrograde Mercury doesn't need to be bad every time. Okay. Likewise, I want you to start thinking about it. Okay. And the tattvas, etc., become very important as well. The pancha tattvas become very important. We are going to do panchanga definitely in the coming weeks, and I'll give you a basic understanding of how are you supposed to actually look at the pancha tattvas. And panchanga par as a topic is such a huge topic. Believe me, it fascinates me. But what we are going to do is we are going to start off with it, and then over a period of time we'll go to step 2, step 3, etc. Namaste Jyotisha lovers, thank you so much for viewing the video. Please do share so more and more thirsty souls can benefit from this free knowledge which is being shared. Also do subscribe, click the bell icon, and all the questions that you have, please mention in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and please keep supporting us.